All right, y'all. We are back with another video. And just to get into this video, we all know what Katie Hobbs did. We know that she cheated. We knew that the Arizona election was rigged. Even Benny Johnson, a guy that I react to his videos on this channel, even Benny said that he witnessed the cheating that was going on. How was this woman able to count her own ballots? The signatures, all that didn't match. This woman literally cheated KARI Lake. KARI Lake was pissed off, and she should be. When you get cheated like that, you got to realize Joe Biden didn't really campaign. Katie Hobbs didn't. How a person that really don't campaign, that didn't campaign, win an election? When KARI Lake was doing all of that. And a lot of people said they witnessed this, and a lot of it ain't too long had just came out. And I covered this topic a couple weeks ago. And I wanted to check out this one right here by Dr. Steve. He said that Katie Hobbs panics as judge makes a huge ruling on Arizona election. Because they really need to, man. Like, when it come up this time, all that rigging stuff is out the window. Hey, that ain't happening no more. And I'm telling you right now, KARI Lake ain't going. KARI Lake was on a rampage. She was pissed off, and she didn't hold back at all. Because you shouldn't be cheated. If you're going to beat somebody fair and square. You shouldn't have to cheat them to win. But before we get to the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Without further ado, we about to dive straight into this. But man, I just don't like the cheating aspect of all of this. How are you a person that's running and you're able to do your ballots as well yourself? Like, that right there shouldn't even happen. But let's go ahead and dive straight into it, y'all. Let's go.
We got a huge court ruling coming out of Arizona regarding the 2022 election, and it's got Katie Hobbs panicking. She's hiding underneath her desk, as she should be.
Yeah.
Wait until you see what this judge ruled. It may indeed end up changing everything, and we're going to find out exactly why. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, make sure to share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. It is official. An Arizona judge has ruled that the state's current mail-in ballot signature verification process is indeed unlawful. And here's the best part. It did indeed violate the law in both the 2020 and the 2022 elections. Arizona Judge John Napper dismissed an argument made by the Democrat Secretary of State Adrian Fontes that it was perfectly acceptable for election officials to compare the signature that's on a mail-in ballot with documents other than the voter's actual voter registration record. I mean, you see, this is how these slimy, corrupt Democrat officials have been getting away with clear violations of signature matching protocol. They've been getting away with it, of course, with the help of a bunch of spineless judges. But what's been happening is that KARI Lake's legal team presents clear and unambiguous evidence that the signatures on the mail-in ballots over and over again do not match the signature on the actual voter registration records. And then Katie Hobbs' team comes and says, it doesn't have to, because they match signatures on these other records that we have. That's what we determined. So there's nothing to see here. And unfortunately, the previous judge, and this Judge Thompson, he actually bought into that nonsense. He ruled that while the signature verification to match the mail-in ballot signature with the voter registration signature on file was not necessarily followed, there was nevertheless a procedure that was followed, namely matching it to these nebulous other documents. And so he said, well, that's good enough. Well, this new judge, God bless him, Judge Napper, just blew that ruling out of the water. He stated absolutely that Arizona state law is, quote, clear and unambiguous, that election officials must compare the signatures on the envelopes with the voter's actual registration record. No freaking shit, Sherlock.
Thank you.
I mean, you don't need a judge to come to that conclusion. Remember, this is what the Democrats always do. They always use the law to hide, to cover up. The law's supposed to be clear and unambiguous, right? It's simple. You match the signature on the mail-in ballot with the signatures you got on file. Simple. Democrats come and say, oh, no. We can match that mail-in ballot signature with all kinds of sources that we come up with. You see, they create this web of confusion, this Byzantine labyrinth of the law so as to hide, so as to cover up, when the whole freaking point of the law is to reveal. The whole point of the law is to uncover cover-ups.
Yep.
So this judge is coming in and he's saying, this is, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so sick and tired of these lies and these games that the political class keeps playing. But Judge Napper comes in and says, nonsense, gang. The law is as clear as day. Election officials must compare the signatures on the envelopes with the voter's actual registration record.
Exactly.
You didn't do that in 2020. You didn't do that in 2022. And therefore, the signature verification method in both those elections were indeed illegal. Wait until you hear how Kari Lake is responding to this ruling. You're going to absolutely love it. But first,
I'll be back.
That's right, gang. He's back. It is time to show our support and celebrate the response to the ruling. Quote, Maricopa County's complete abandonment of signature verification standards has allowed for the integrity of our elections to be washed away. Election laws aren't suggestions or guidelines. They're the law. I'm thankful the court has reminded Secretary of State Fontes and Recorder Richer of that fact. Following this ruling, I have the utmost confidence that we will win our lawsuit to review the early ballot signatures later this month. Now, trial dates have been set for Kari Lake's lawsuit to obtain access to mail-in ballot affidavits from the 2022 election that Maricopa County officials have thus far denied to her. The Gateway Pundit launched an investigation and inspected hundreds of mail-in ballot signatures and compared those signatures with those the same voters had on their registration records and found a number of explicit examples of irregularities, right? So when Lake's legal team requested access to those ballots, she and her attorneys were denied access to the ballots by Maricopa County officials. And it's not hard to conclude why, as this judge has just ruled. It's because their signature matching antics were blatantly illegal. And so now this ruling has bolstered a previous judge's ruling that set dates for a 2-day trial.
And you know what? I'm glad that Kari Lake, she could have just sat back and said, you know what? I know they cheated, but I'm not going to do anything about it. No, Kari Lake ain't playing. If this woman would have lost, she would have took it fair and square. Kari Lake is not finna sit back and let somebody cheat. The signatures don't even match. I don't know what the judge that that Katie Hobbs was talking to, maybe that they was on their side anyway, so that's the reason why that judge probably approved of it. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably didn't like Kari Lake anyway. But then when you get like a good judge in there that's straight down the middle, that ain't on nail sides, and call it like it's supposed to be. That cheating stuff, and like I said before, I don't like that cheating when you got to cheat somebody to win. You know what I'm saying? So Kari Lake is doing this because she's going to make sure that something like this would never happen again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Kari Lake is not holding back. You don't want to be sitting back, let somebody cheat you. And this person didn't do anything. Katie Hobbs didn't do anything, but yet she won. And then we all find out why she won. Because she cheated. But Katie Hobbs couldn't beat Kari Lake fair and square. That's the reason why. Like, this right here is just, like, stuff just makes you mad, man. You like, come on now. Why do people got to dig so deep to try to win and won't be fair about it? That you got to cheat a person because you know you can't beat them. And like I said before, I'm glad that Kari Lake is taking action. that she should be doing. And I'm glad that she's doing it. So shout out to Kari Lake, man. Shout out to Kari Lake.
On September 21st and 25th to determine previous judge's ruling that set dates for a 2-day trial on September 21st and 25th to determine whether or not Kari Lake's entitled to inspect public election records and most particularly inspect the signature verification process from the last election. Now that we've got this ruling, she has total standing in inspecting the results of the verification procedure that was just ruled illegal. I mean, this is huge, gang. Remember, according to Arizona law, Kari does not have to prove that actual fraud or maladministration of an election took place. All she's got to do is show that there were enough irregularities, mishaps, mistakes, illegalities, or other issues that bring the integrity of the election out.
Because you got to know that something was off. Katie Hobbs didn't campaign at all. So if this woman didn't campaign and Kari Lake was on a campaign run and all of that, you think that Katie Hobbs won this just by not doing anything? She just get to sit at the house while Kari Lake go out campaign and do all of this, and you get to sit at home and just cheat? No. That's why I respect Kari Lake so much, man, because like I said, she's a woman that's not going to hold back. Even when I watch Benny Johnson video about it, how the reporters was outside trying to talk to her, she wasn't trying to hear none of that. Kari Lake wasn't trying to hear none of it. This woman said she was cheated. Benny Johnson said he showed proof that. He said he was there and he seen when the machines was broken. You know what I'm saying? So he said he's seen all of this. And he know once all the machines, so how all the machines gonna break at one time. So all the machines broke, and that's when the cheating started. So you got a woman that's that's in the running, that's doing her own ballots. What? Man, take action, Kari Lake.
Come into doubt, and Katie Hobbs' legal team hasn't even disputed that. Their only argument thus far has been that all of these irregularities didn't matter. They're normal. Hey, what's the big deal? And unfortunately, the previous judge, Judge Thompson's bogus rulings, agreed with Katie Hobbs on that, even though the court was shown conclusive evidence that there were definite problems in the signature matching verification process.
Exactly.
Judge Thompson basically blew those off and said, in effect, well, at least there was a process. As long as you had at least some kind of protocol and process, that's all you freaking need. Well, now, with this latest ruling, that's not all you need. Duh. You need to follow Arizona law. And Arizona law is clear and unambiguous. Election officials must compare the signatures on the envelopes with the signature in the voter's actual registration record, period. That was not done, as openly admitted by Katie Hobbs' legal team, which renders the procedures illegal and therefore invalid. Butter the popcorn, gang. It looks like we got something in the making here. Are you ready?
Shout out to Dr. Steve Turley, man. Did a great job. Like I said before, I'm glad that Kari Lake is taking action, because like I said, all this cheating, signatures not matching, and she realized that. She like, come on now, this woman wasn't even campaigning. I've been doing all this campaigning, and then we figured out that the machines was broke down. She was kind of on ballot. Like, no. Something is wrong here. Somebody is cheating. And of course, Katie Hobbs tried to jump on it real quick and let the judge know, didn't want the judge to go over anything. And that judge, for some reason, whatever Katie Hobbs said to him, he agreed with it. Then we got another judge that like, no. Something is definitely wrong here. So that's why I say I'm glad Kari Lake, she took action. And hopefully nothing like this ever happens again. I'm pretty sure they ain't going to do it now since they didn't got caught. But we'll find out what's going on with this situation. Y'all know I'm going to keep y'all up to date. Dr. Steve is going to come out with something. Benny Johnson going to come out with something. So, I'm going to keep y'all in the loop. But like I said, thank you all for watching. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all think about all of this. I think this is my second time covering this. Y'all know I'm going to keep the news coming. Every time I hear something, I'm going to make sure that I myself bring it to y'all. But I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Dr. Steve some love. click on this video, let them know I sent you. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.